Kumar Sangakkara's Sri Lankan team slipped in the final hurdle of the 2011 World Cup as they lost to India at the Wankhede Stadium. MS Dhoni's iconic six ended India's 28-year-old long wait for the World Cup. There were tears of joy for the victorious Indian players. Sangakkara was seen sporting a gentle smile as he watched Yuvraj Singh hug MS Dhoni after the winning runs were hit. Kumar Sangakkara, speaking to R. Ashwin in the latest episode of the Instagram series Reminisce with Ash, said smile helped him hide huge amount of sadness and disappointment. Sangakkara also shed light on what happened at the controversial toss where the coin was flipped twice. He said the noise at Wankhede Stadium made it impossible for MS Dhoni to hear what he called. He said Dhoni asked for the coin to be flipped again. Eventually, Sri Lanka won the toss and Sangakkara opted to bat. But the batting great isn't sure whether he was lucky on the day of the big final.
But Sangha, before, I was about to take you live, I actually spoke about the 2011 World Cup final, right? That's not what we'll be talking about. We'll be talking about a much more happier memory of yours. But this...
I have about 4 of those memories that I never once spoken about, 4 World Cup finals. So
we will do it today. We will do it today. Right. But tell me something, at the end of the final, I was very new to the international scene. I was watching you guys from the far distance, and the first thing that I noticed was that you had a big smile on your face. How did you manage it? Because on one side, teammates of mine who had won the tournament were crying, and the other side, you guys looked like you were poised to win it, and then, MSD and Yuvraj took it away. So how did you manage to smile?
Well, I think in my life, living in Sri Lanka as well, Ravi, you have lots of things that really bring you down. There are things that you worry about. And for about, 30 years, we've had war, we've had natural disasters in 2005. And we have so many different issues that one of the greatest things about Sri Lankans is their resilience. And it is just inborn in us that when we play, we are extremely competitive. We want to win. But whether we win or lose, we have this equilibrium, about how we take a win or a loss. Yes, that smile hides a huge amount of sadness, of disappointment, of thinking of, 20 million people back in Sri Lanka who've been waiting for this for so long, since 1996. We had an opportunity in 2007, opportunity in 2011, then T20 opportunities in 9 and 12. So sometimes the best way to take victory or defeat is to understand that that's the way life is. And not every single thing goes your way. But the important thing is to be able to take that the same way. No extreme highs or no extreme lows with emotion. So that's the way we've kind of played our game. Not just me, but a lot of the Sri Lankans who played international cricket. And that was again a case of thinking, well, another one's gone. What can you do? You've got to get ready for another final.
The one question, I'm sure this is not going to put you in a very uncomfortable state. Tell me what happened at the toss in the 2011 World Cup. I saw 2 tosses. I was standing in the dressing room. Yeah. I went inside and I didn't have an answer to the coach. So what was it? What happened?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a case of, I think it was the crowd. The crowd was huge. It never happens in Sri Lanka. It's only happened in India to me. Once at the Eden Gardens, when I couldn't hear myself talk to the first slip. And then, of course, at the Wankhede. So I remember calling on the toss. And then Mahi wasn't sure what I had called. He said, "Did you call tails?" I said, "No, I called heads." And then the match referee actually said, "I won the toss." And Mahi actually said, No, he didn't, because and so there was a little bit of confusion there. And then Mahi said, "Okay, let's have another toss of the coin." And that's when the second one went up, and it came down heads again. So luckily, well, I'm not sure whether it was luckily that I won, because probably if I had lost, it may have been that India might have batted, right? So
I think India might have chased. I think
really so. Maybe
because of the dew, maybe because of the dew.
Yeah, because of the dew, and because we played New Zealand earlier at the Wankhede, and our spinners really went through, and we defended a total. So we weren't really sure, and then there was, of course, the spray that was spraying on the ground. And the fact that we had to, with Angelo's injury, we played a 6-5 combination, was all these factors working in. But for 100%, if Angelo had been fit, I know for sure that we would have chased. I'm not sure whether the result would have changed,
Yeah.
but definitely would have been.
You would have chosen to chase the score. You mean? Right.
Absolutely, because that balance of Matthews at 7 is what really, if you take our entire campaign, whatever we did, Matthews's overs and his ability to bat with the tail and read situations was an incredible bonus to us. He was a young chap who came into the side and from day one could read situations. It's just instinct. He could understand how to up the rate, how to control a bowler, when to take advantage and accelerate. I mean, if you watch the 2010 chase against Australia with Lasith Malinga, when we were 8 down for 109, chasing 238, and he won us the game with Malinga.
Yeah.
It's incredible against Mitchell, everyone. So in that World Cup final, I think that's the biggest thing that I look back and think. You can talk about drop catchers, all of these things that happens. But I think that composition of the side and the fact that we were forced to make the change was was to me the turning point in our strategy that we had to change quickly.